What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Big Country. And we're going back to Peace in Our Time, 1988. And the next tune is 1,000-Yard Stare, which is a phrase I've heard associated with shell shock, or what is now called PTSD, the idea of people who've been through very traumatic experiences, often warfare, or being in a bunker during World War I, or the Great War as it was called then, and who after that can't even really process the emotions and the experiences themselves, such that they're in a daze. They seem like they're not here talking with you, but they're looking 1,000 yards away and they just can't even begin to engage. So if that is the frame of reference for the phrase here, I would wonder if it is about people who've been through such trauma and tragedy, whether it's warfare in a literal sense or interpersonal emotional warfare or drama. So yeah, it sounds like an intense phrase. Let's see what I can catch on a first listen. This is Big Country. The track is 1,000-Yard Stare, and it's from their 1988 album Peace in Our Time.
Take over your post. I guess it's always with me. I guess it will always be there. As I step on the runway, I always will see the boy with the 1,000-yard stare. 1,000-yard stare.
Off into the horizon.
But you were asleep, my brother. I didn't mean you no harm. You were asleep when they came through the wire, and I couldn't reach the alarm. I guess it's always with me. I guess it will always be there. As I step on the runway, I always will see a boy with the 1,000-yard stare. Brother, I watched them fly you back home. I'm still in country, brother. I won't make the world on my own. I guess it's always with me. I guess it will always be there. As I step on the runway, I always will see the boy with the 1,000-yard stare. I guess it's always with me. I guess it will always be there. When I step on the runway, I always will see the boy with the 1,000-yard stare.
Don't fade it if we're getting a bit of a flourish there vocally, especially, and that's a quick fade. But that aside, a really fascinating tune lyrically, and I'm trying to piece it together. It sounds like the main essence of the chorus is that as he was leaving somewhere on a plane, he saw this image or saw a boy who had a 1,000-yard stare, which it sounds like that image burned into his own mind, and it's something he can't forget. And hearing stories about, soldiers who served in Vietnam and other places, the idea of seeing someone torn apart by a conflict who was maybe not a party to it in a direct sense, again, a child who would not have been, part of a regiment or anything, but seeing the impact, the trauma, and the shell-shocked look on that type of person's face would certainly resonate with a lot of people emotionally and be hard to get past, be hard to forget. But that also speaks to maybe, again, we're talking about actual military warfare. There was another line about like crawling underneath the wire, which makes you think of, tripwires and defensive fortifications that could be advanced upon. So I feel like maybe it really is talking about warfare, and again, his brother being shipped back home, which again sounds like it's in that world. But there were a number of lines that referred to brother, and one of them was maybe like, "You'll always be with me," so maybe like someone who died in that conflict, but who emotionally, like, there's this place that the person will always keep the memory of that individual. So it felt like maybe it was very much in the territory I was thinking, but some of the specific lines I'm not quite sure, and I'm not sure even if it is about the emotional aftershocks of a military conflict for those who survived it, whether participants or civilians who were, part of the casualties. I'm not sure where that would be, what war or conflict we're talking about, but also the sonics, I enjoyed the vocals. It felt like there were a couple moments where they were layered over each other, and I don't know if that was just Stewart's vocals being doubled or even tripled, or whether there were some actual moments where other guys in the band were providing backing vocals, but I did enjoy the vocal delivery, and the guitar, it had a very plucked, sort of bouncy quality to it. There was also what sounded like keyboards. I suppose it could have been like a xylophone or something, but it was very high, sort of embedded within the rest of the sound. The bass stuck out to me, especially at the end. It was sort of lolloping along, so yeah, a cool tune. Curious to hear what people have to say about this one. Let me know, and I will see you next time. Peace.